Hey there, it's Victoria McCooey from Victoria McCooey Coaching and victoriamccooey.com. It's Monday, so you know I come on live every Monday to talk to you about what it's like to be in an abusive marriage, to a narcissistic spouse, and what you can do about it. So today I'm talking about the first two things you need to do if you even think that your marriage might be abusive. So, do you have your pen and paper? I'm giving you the top two things you need to do as soon as you start questioning whether your marriage is abusive. The first one is you need to reclaim your power, and you do that by setting boundaries. Now, I can hear what you're saying. It's like, yeah, right. Well, I can set boundaries, but he's not ever going to abide by them. Well, that's telling you a lot, but you need to put your foot down. You need to set that boundary to see how he's going to react, to see how you can reclaim your power. It's going to be very telling when you start holding fast to those boundaries, and it's all about fear, right? You're fearful, and it's because you've been brainwashed into believing that you have something to fear. But fear is really non-existent, right? It's something you're making up in your head that hasn't even happened yet. You're predicting that something will happen, but it's not real. So until you test the waters, you can't really know what's going to happen. So instead of being fearful, you have to step into that power, set boundaries, make your voice heard, and see what happens after that. The second thing you need to do is to learn everything you can about narcissism. This personality disorder is very distinctive. It's hard to detect. It has very specific traits and characteristics, and there's a wealth of information out there on YouTube. You can Google, you can look at my videos. There's so much information to teach you what those characteristics are, how to identify them. And once you identify them, you can start predicting these behaviors. You can start knowing ahead of time what reaction is going to happen and when, and how you can handle it, because knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have around this disorder, if in fact this is what you suspect is going on with your husband, then you can predict it and shore up for it. You can create strategies that are going to help you deal with the outcome that you know is going to happen. Now, some of you are already out of these toxic marriages or trying to get out. And now you're engaged in a contentious divorce with a narcissistic ex. This is very specific too. You need to know exactly how the narcissistic mind works so that you can create the right strategies in your divorce. A lot of experts in the field, in the legal system, don't understand this. They don't identify with it. They don't understand how to strategize with this particular personality. It's very different than normal divorces. So you need to be as educated as you can be so that you can choose the right team to handle your divorce and also to handle your ex-husband. If you have children together, it's going to come in really handy when you're trying to co-parent with this person. You're going to be much better off if you understand what triggers he's going to react to. It's almost like child psychology. So if it were a toddler, you would tell the toddler not to do exactly what you want him to do, right? Because he's going to be defiant. Like, don't you dare get in that bathtub. Don't get in the bathtub, right? So this is how you have to handle the narcissist. All he wants to do is hurt you. So once you know that, you just make him believe that by doing what you want him to do is going to hurt you, and then he'll do it. So this is what I do with my clients every day. We strategize about ways to outsmart the narcissist so that they can reclaim power in their lives and deal with this really difficult personality. All right, so if you want to find out more about what it's like to be coached by me, the first step is to sign up for a free session. I put a link in the post where you can click right to my calendar, and you can find a session that works for you, an available time slot that works for you. That's the first step. So we'll talk. You'll tell me what's going on. I'll tell you if I think I'm the right coach for you and how I might help. And if we're a good fit, we'll talk about the different ways I work with my clients. Now, the big news is next month, I'm starting my first ever group session. I know that people get very worried about being in a group program, about exposing themselves or being found out. You don't have to worry about that because you're going to be completely anonymous. It's a 4-week course. You'll do 3 weekly group sessions where I deliver content and you can interact or not, up to you. No one will see you, see your name, see your email address, your phone number, nothing. You can be completely anonymous. Nobody will ever know you were ever on the call. And then in the 4th week, you schedule a private one-on-one session with me. So it's a great value. I've priced it so that it's accessible to everyone. And if you want to find out more about that, just messenger me here and I'll get that information to you as soon as it's available. All right. So thank you so much for watching me today. And I see you all popping in. Thanks for being here. I'm never going to say your name though, because you're completely anonymous here. All right. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.